have completed the first
Yes,
chapter or
sir.
not?
Sir, second chapter is completed.
I cannot hear you. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay. So now, today we will start the very first chapter. The name of the chapter is Matter in Our Surroundings. Okay. However, we have completed the second chapter first, but this is the first chapter that we are going to start today. Okay, children. So the name of the chapter is Matter in Our Surroundings. So all the materials that we see around us, for example, this book, okay, this book, this duster, chalk, piece of cloth, computer, mobile, this table, chair, anything that we see around us is what? It is matter. It is what? Matter. So matter is something that occupies some mass and has occupies some space and has some mass. Okay, children. So when we hold this duster with my hand, I feel some weight on my hand. This means that this duster has some mass. Mass means some matter is there. Some means some particles are there. So they weight. They are forcing this duster to come down to the earth due to gravitational pull of the earth. Understand? And when we keep this duster somewhere, suppose we keep this duster on this book, so it will occupy some space. It is occupying some space according to its shape. According to its shape. Understand? So these materials which has which have some mass and also occupy some space, they are called matter. They are called what? Matter. Okay? All the materials in nature, right now, all the materials, all the materials in nature are made up of matter. Then the question arises, what is matter? Then the question arises, what is matter? So matter is something. Matter, it is something. It is something that has mass and occupies occupies some space. Occupies some space. Some space. For example, duster, chalk, book, chair, table. Now, can you tell me air is it matter or not? Air is matter or not? Can you tell me, children?
Yes, sir.
एयर मैटर है कि नहीं है? दो प्रॉपर्टीज होती है मैटर की, उसके पास मास होना चाहिए और इट शुड ऑक्युपाई सम स्पेस. ओके, सो एयर हैज बोथ दीज फीचर्स. आपने देखा होगा, यू कैन फील दैट एयर हैज सम मास. सपोज you take an empty balloon and weigh empty balloon. It will weigh something, suppose it will weigh 20 gram. It will weigh 20 gram. Now you fill air in the balloon. You fill air in the balloon, what will happen? Its weight will increase or not? its weight will increase or not? Tell me. You should do this activity at home. So now see, air makes the things lighter, but
Sir, please
it
side.
has particles which has some mass and it occupies space. Understand? Suppose this room, whole room is there. We cannot see air. We cannot see air, but it is there in the surroundings. Okay? You can feel the existence of air when wind blows at a high speed. When wind blows at a high speed, so you can feel the pressure of air when the wind is blowing at a higher speed and it breaks down the trees and buildings, etc. You might have seen in the recent times there was a storm cyclone called Taukte and Yas, one from the Arabian Sea and the other from the Bay of Bengal. Have you heard this cyclone or not? Have you seen? Have you listened to the news? So these were the very strong waves were there, strong air, strong wind, and it caused damage to the lives. So this shows that air has particles which has mass and it also occupies some space. So what I mean to say is that air is also a form of matter. Understand? Air is also a matter. Air, then water, all these are doors, windows, etc. All these are matter. Okay? So one thing about matter should be clear in your mind, that anything that has mass and it occupies some space comes under the category of matter. Okay? Now matter has matter. Now the question arises, what forms the matter? What forms the matter? Okay? What forms the matter? So matter is composed of very fine indivisible particles, indivisible particles called atoms. Indivisible particles called atoms. Okay, children? So, अब see, suppose we have this duster, it has some mass and it also occupies space, so it is a form of matter. Okay, this is matter, and
Sir,
if
board
we
is not clear.
start to break this, if we start to break this into smaller and further smaller pieces, a stage will be reached at which it will not be possible for us to split that into further smaller particle. So that stage of matter at which it cannot be broken down further smaller fragment, it is called matter. It is called what? Atom. So the atom. Okay. So matter is composed of very fine individual particles called atoms. Okay. If we break any matter into smaller pieces, a stage will be reached when the smaller component smaller fragment or piece, smaller fragment or piece cannot be further broken into smaller piece. This stage is called this smallest particle of matter is called smallest particle of matter is called atom. Smallest particle of matter is called what? Atom. Okay, children? Write down. Noted, children? Have you noted or not? Now let us talk about the characteristics of particles of matter. Shall I have the board?
Yes, sir.
Characteristics of particles of matter. That means characteristics of atom. See, one more thing I want to tell you before we go to the characteristics of particles of matter. Let us see that similar kind of atoms, constitute element. Okay, children? And element is the purest form of matter. Element is the purest form of matter. Element is the purest form of matter. Okay, children? Form of matter. Now, identical means see, suppose in this box, there are many kinds of atoms. Suppose this is nitrogen, chlorine, neon, helium, nitrogen, chlorine, neon, helium, lithium, then oxygen, beryllium, boron, carbon. So these are elements. Understand? So the atoms of these atoms, this oxygen, and this oxygen, these atoms will be identical. So three atoms of oxygen, these will be identical. एक दूसरे के बिल्कुल एक जैसे होंगे, समझ में आ रहा है? But these atoms of oxygen will not be identical to atom of nitrogen. So these are the properties elements, are different. Understand? Please make down. So similar atoms, ये similar atoms है, ये एक element होगा. ये similar atoms है, ये एक element होगा. ये एक अलग element, ये अलग, और ये fluorine similar element. This is एक identical. ये identical है. Then these are identical. These are identical. Similarly, these are identical. Understand? Are you getting or not? Children, understanding? So, identical atoms, they constitute an element. Identical atoms, they constitute an element. An element is the purest form of matter. ठीक है? Is it okay? Is it okay, children? Very less number of children have joined the class. Why? Why is it so? बहुत कम बच्चों ने ज्वाइन किया हुआ है. Why? Very few children have joined. Why is it so? Let me tell you, children. Those children who are not attending the classes, their attendance will be marked, and if your attendance is short and you are not submitting your assignments in time in the Google Classroom, then you will not be given weightage in the exams, because in this present scenario, online assessment is given importance. Understand? Since schools are not being open for offline classes, so all the activities are being performed by the students in the online platform. So if you are not attending the classes, your attendance will not be marked and you are going to lose your marks in the exam. Understand? So it is up to you. You can suggest your friends to join the class in maximum number. Okay? Is it clear? Now let us dive. Characteristics of particles of matter. Characteristics of particles of matter. Characteristics of particles of matter. What are the particles of matter? They are atoms. Okay? First is particles are in continuous motion. Continuous motion. You can observe this by See, when you burn the matchstick in another room, the fragrance of incense sticks, it moves to the other room. How does it go? How does it go? It shows that the particles of air, they move from one place to the other and they carry the matter. They carry the matter. Okay. Second is particles are too small, to see by naked eyes. Naked eyes. Okay. Then third one, particles have space between them. Space between them. Based on this property, the matter is classified into three categories. They are solids, liquids, and gases. So such type of matter in which the particles are tightly packed, that means there is very little or no space between adjacent particles or atoms. Such matter is called solids. For example, metals. Metals are the most familiar example of solids. They are harder because the interparticle distance is very small, or they are tightly packed. They are either the space is very little or no space. They are closely packed, leaving no space in between the particles. Okay. On the other hand, there is little space between adjacent particles or atoms in liquids, so they are not as hard as solids. Okay, because there is space between the adjacent atoms or particles. And in gases, further, the distance between the adjacent particles is furthermore, they are free to move. They are free to move, and hence they are called gases. They are called what? Gases. Okay. Particles have space between them. Based on interparticle distance, based on interparticle distance, matter is classified into three categories. Matter is classified into three categories. They are solid, liquid, and gas. They are solid, liquid, and gas. Later on, we will discuss the properties of solids, liquids, and gases in detail. All the properties. Matter is classified into three categories. First is solids. The interparticle distance little or no or zero. So in solids, the particles are tightly packed. Particles are tightly packed. Tightly packed, making them hard. Making them hard. Okay? This is solid. Second, liquid. The interparticle distance, the interparticle distance is more than in solids, more than in solids. So these are so these are not as hard as solids. For example, water, oil, etc. इनमें, for example, लेते हैं metals, wood, etc. Solids. Okay. Children, can you note down from the board or not? Is the board clearly visible? Can you see from the board? Can you note down from the board or not? Please respond, children. I want your answer. Okay, very good. Then the third one is gases. The particles are separated by large distance. Particles are separated by large distance. Particles are separated by large distance. That is why gases are highly compressible. Highly compressible. Because see, we can compress those materials which have space between them. Understand? So gases, since the particles are very far away from each other, so they can be compressed and they can be brought closer by applying pressure. Please note down.
Sir, board is not clear.
Have you noted, children? Shall I rub the board? Okay now. See. Next, important fourth characteristic of matter is that particles attract each other. Particles attract each other. Interparticle force of attraction. Interparticle force of attraction. Okay. तो interparticle force of attraction सबसे ज्यादा किसमें होगा? Can anybody tell me? Interparticle force of attraction will be highest in which category of matter? Tell me. Interparticle force of attraction will be highest in which category of matter? Solid, liquid or gas? Please answer. Yes, sir. Respond. No one is giving a response. Why is it so? Are you not attending the class seriously? Fourth property, we will write fourth characteristic. The particles attract each other. Attract each other. Particles attract each other. Okay? The particles are held together. Are held together by interparticle force of attraction. Interparticle force of attraction. एक दूसरे को अट्रैक्ट करते हैं, ठीक है ना? Interparticle force of attraction, so that the particles are not free to move. Now, the magnitude of interparticle force is different in different types of matter. The magnitude of interparticle force of attraction, interparticle force of attraction, the magnitude of interparticle force of attraction is different in different types of matter. Different types of matter. Different types of matter. Different types of matter. Okay, children? The interparticle force of attraction. Interparticle force of attraction. Attraction is highest in solids. That's why the particles cannot move. On the other hand, interparticle force of attraction. Interparticle force of attraction is lowest in gases. That is why that is why particles of gas are free to move. Free to move randomly. Okay? Got it, children, or not? So the force acting between the adjacent particles of matter is called interparticle force of attraction. Interparticle force of attraction depends on different matter. It is highest in solids. So the interparticle force of attraction is highest in solids. So the particles of solids are not free to move. They are attracted towards each other. So they are not free to move. That is why they are hard. Okay. On the other hand, the particles, the interparticle force of attraction is minimum in gases, and hence the particles of gases are free to move because they are not being attracted to each other. Understand? And the interparticle force of attraction is intermediate in liquids. It is less than that of solids, but it is more than that of gases. Understand? Now, the fifth property is the particles of matter have kinetic energy. Children, in physics, you might have studied mechanical energy. So, mechanical energy is of two types: kinetic energy and potential energy. So, the kinetic energy is the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. When the body is in motion, it has some velocity, that it is said to possess some energy. That energy is known as kinetic energy in motion, kinetic motion. Okay? So, the particles have kinetic energy by virtue of their motion. Virtue of their motion, by virtue of their motion, the magnitude of kinetic energy, magnitude of, I will write K dot E for kinetic energy. Okay, children? Do you understand? I will write K dot E for kinetic energy. The magnitude of kinetic energy is different in solids, liquids, and gases. And gases. In solids, particles are not free to move. Free to move. So they have minimum or zero kinetic energy. Minimum or zero kinetic energy. On the other hand, in gases, particles are free to move, and have maximum kinetic energy. Children, so with this, we have studied the characteristics of matter, The particles are very smaller in size. The particles are in continuous motion. The particles have interparticle distance. The particles have interparticle force of attraction. The particles have kinetic energy. So today we have seen the characteristics of particles of matter, and in the next class we will see the classification of matter into solid, liquid and gas based on the characteristics of particles of matter that we have studied today. Okay, any doubt in today's class? Please ask. If you have any doubt regarding what we have learned today, please ask. If you have any doubt, please ask to me. Otherwise, we are going to end up today's class. Have you noted from the board, children? Have you noted from the board? Please respond, children. Have you noted from the board or not? Very good. Only Anamika Raghav is giving response. Others are not giving any response. No, shall I end up the class? Shall I end the class? Okay, very good. So those who are not attending the class, please inform them that you have to join the class positively. Okay, children? And those who have not yet submitted their assignments in the Google Classroom, please submit your work in the Google Classroom, and please make sure that you are submitting your summer vacation assignment in a single PDF file. In a single PDF file, you have to upload your assignment. Is it okay? Now I am ending up the session. Thank you and have a nice day.